We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. With Maxwell Silverhammer. We are nothing sacred. With cruise control. We are nothing sacred.
Oh boy, what the doofy stupid. Oh my gosh, you know that the seasons had turned once again, and it's the 24th of September 2019. This is the Nothing Sacred Show. Hi, I'm Cruise Control.
And I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
Well, hoopity-doo, skippity-doo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man.
Here we are, back again.
Once again,
we are rolling on the internets and making people wake up and see and change.
Yeah. We got a cause that we're pushing.
Change.
You know
we're gonna like the climate change people who protested this weekend and then left all their signs in the fucking street and shit for the people to clean up.
Was this where was this?
There were climate parades all over the fucking place, and a lot of them were left to be desired in terms of the cleanliness of what people have left in there. So they are all for the climate, but they left their trash all over the place.
Yeah, leave your trash so it blows around, and you're trying to help the environment, right?
Yeah, that's what happens. Perfect example. So we're back. Yeah, you had a fantastic. You are refreshed. I'm sure you're refreshed.
I am, man. I had a great time coming out there, man. Hanging out with you guys, seeing bulls on parade for the first time.
Yeah, that was fun, man. A fun night. That whole experience was good, and got a little creative juices cooking on something coming up soon. So we'll let you know more about that as it solidifies.
Yeah. Did a little studio time.
It's like a turd, that's like a diuretic turd that if you just let it sit there and solidify, it'll become a very satisfying log when it just slides right out.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, man, I've been taking some great fist-sized shits, dude. That just
fist-sized shits.
Fist-sized shits, man, that just spray out of my ass, and you hear them like punch the water, like blook.
It's like a Superman punch of the water. Like, you take that, you toilet water, you.
Exactly, man.
It's like it kind of sprays up and it's like cleans out your butthole like a bidet.
Yeah, it's just like a dinama,
Yeah, it's like sprays up like it's like hits the water like a
like a child falling into a pool.
Hits the water like a Navy SEALs pack smacking into a lake in an undercover operation at midnight.
I was thinking of maybe a dead body being thrown into a lake or something.
That'll work too, like a dead child being thrown to a lake by a regretful mother.
Yeah, exactly. Well, shit. Yeah, but here's one thing, dude. I noticed, and this kind of comes with the times, I think, dude. Mm-hmm. Do you find you get annoyed when you get phone calls? Like, I don't mind texts. I don't mind.
No,
Facebook.
Actually, it depends on the phone call. I actually am curious. Like, who's calling me? I actually enjoy it.
Oh, see, for me, it actually kind of annoys me a little bit. So why the fuck can't you just send a text? Because, well, part of it is too.
That's how the culture changed your mind, man. You gotta fight that, man.
Well, you know what? I don't know, man. I mean, for me, it's like, because sometimes you don't want to engage somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like on my birthday, I got a bunch of birthday calls and shit, and I'm just like, oh fuck, now I got to talk to this motherfucker.
Yeah, I get it. I get that too, but that's also a sign of the times. That's why people don't talk to each other anymore. That's why kids today are like barely even speak half the time.
Yeah,
they're texting each other when they're hanging out with each other, probably. Like,
well, okay, now that I would never do shit like that. I'm
just saying. But you see the current generation, they're much quieter and just.
Oh, I know. With my brothers, whatever the fuck they are.
Kind of weird. It's like eerie. It's like, do you speak? It's like they just hang out and like they don't even talk.
Well, that's what's kind of like freaky being around them. You know what I'm saying? When I got to hang out with him and those kids, I'm like, man, these little motherfuckers, and they're just sitting in the car, and I'm kind of sitting there. I'm going, what, do I say something to their ass or what? So yeah,
they're on their phones and they have their own things they're doing instead of actually engaging, and that's part of the problem, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, that's it. It's good and bad, man. Like I said, the phone call thing it bugs me after a while. It's like, fuck, now I got to engage this person.
I get that. I just don't answer if I don't want to talk to somebody. I'll just not answer, and then I'll get if it's important and someone. This is one thing that bugs me. If something is important and they don't leave a voicemail and try to get on me later on, like, you didn't leave a voicemail. If you just left a voicemail, I would have called you right back, but you didn't leave a voicemail, so I assumed it wasn't important.
Yeah, well, see, that's it. I've got somebody who's like a chronic. Well, the guy's just a chore to talk to. It's actually it's a rapper I've had on years ago, and now the guy just calls me. But to be honest with you, dude, we don't really have too much in common. I mean, we like obviously some of the same music, but
hey, man, that's all you need.
Yeah, well, shit, dude. In that case, it's kind of like,
all you need is music, man. It's the bond, man.
All I need, huh?
No, actually, it's not. It's actually ridiculous. You need a lot more than that. People think all you need is love. That's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
But so yeah, no, I don't get annoyed with phone calls. I do if I. That's the thing about is you can avoid stuff a lot easier. Like, you don't have to answer. So, and if it's important, like I said, someone will leave a voicemail and then you call them back. And if you don't call them back and they get annoyed, you say, well, maybe you should look at why I didn't call you back.
Right. Well, this dude he always does that shit. He'll never leave a voicemail.
Yeah,
He'll just call.
You leave a voicemail and maybe you call him back, but he knows it's not important. He's Dimple Daddying, dude.
Oh, dude, it's total Dr. Dimples, man.
Dr. Dimps. And for those listeners who don't know, a Dimple Daddy or a Dimpler is someone who just rides your nuts and tries to contact you for no fucking reason other than to hear your lovely voice, and for you to entertain them with your lovely voice, because really that's what it's about.
Yeah, and they'll call you when they're climbing into bed and weird shit like that. Yeah. Especially another guy. Like, come on, dude, you're gonna call another dude when you're gonna get in bed?
Or they'll just
what kind of gay shit is that?
Or they'll just call you just for whatever reason. Well, what are you doing?
Nothing, man. I was just hanging out, and then they start telling you dumb shit. And
you're like, well, I just want to talk. It's like, dude, we talked. And all this dude
wants to talk about is his music and like fucking just like, yeah, man, I was listening to whoever, Body Count the other day, and I'm like, yeah, great, nigga. And you're going to suck up my time? See, that's the thing, too, as you get older, your time gets more valuable.
Yeah, because it goes by too quickly, and you don't have that much left. You start realizing, okay, I'm going to die, so let's just...
Right, so you're just like, I don't have time to just sit on a phone as like a teenager and have ample time.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, dude. You think, like, it better be an interesting conversation, because otherwise it just sucked up my whole fucking day.
Yeah, that's basically the bottom line. So if you're having interesting conversations on the phone with people our age, they're most likely worth it.
Yeah,
because exactly. I'll talk for a few minutes and go, okay, all right, we'll catch up, and then I'll say, all right, bye. I have shit to do.
Right. It's just very simple shit. It doesn't have to be this whole big thing of, oh, so what are you up to? What did you have for dinner?
Yeah. Oh my God, I had fucking Blue Fay Conte and a fucking glass of Flugonki.
Oh, Schlinky. That's great.
Whatever.
So anyway, you said you had some observes too, man.
Well, a couple of my observes. Well, the first observe is just a general observation about people like nowadays that think people. It's so funny how people who think they're like not in the mainstream, like they're so like different,
so unhip but cool.
But they look just like the other people who say they're different. They fit the stereotype of the people who are different.
Yeah, exactly. They fit into
that makes any sense.
It's like getting a tattoo trying to be different.
Yes, exactly. Like, everyone has a fucking Everyone has a fucking tattoo. I got a tattoo. Okay, they're great.
I mean,
I don't mind. I mean, and you can do what you want to do, but some people get them and it's like, whoa,
Yeah, they think it's like big. Like, nah,
nigga, if you're gonna get a tattoo, make it meaningful at least. Good God,
Yeah.
Fucking Bugs Bunny on my arm. Fucking retard.
I got a tree. What the fuck's the tree represent? I don't know. I just thought it'd be cool.
But it's like this whole society is based upon the it's always that show. He was different growing up. All he wanted to be was like everyone else, and now everyone wants to be is like everyone else, but everyone already is because that's all.
That's all they do.
That's all they do. It's like, oh man, I'm so different. No, you're the standard. Hipster dude, you're the standard lesbian, you're the standard fucking rap dude, you're the standard this, you're not any different. You're it's almost like they know that the stereotype, because that's the thing we've already talked about before about how if you fit the stereotype you deserve to be made fun of.
Of course, yeah.
So they're so desperate to not fit the stereotype that they create their own stereotype of the
Well, I think our buddy Ray actually calls them hipsters.
Yeah, Oh yeah, that's definitely what they are. They're hipsters, but this is a little different because hipsters are not. It's not about their put upon status. Oh, I'm so I'm unique. I'm a lesbian. No, no, yeah, you're short-haired lesbian who likes to do woodwork. Okay, that's not
How's
really
that innovative? You know?
anything special anymore. Maybe like 95 or 85 or 75 might have been like, "Ooh, wow, you are on the fringes." But no, you are
Actually,
not on the fringes anymore,
they're almost back in time.
Or the
You know, like,
flamboyant, even like the flamboyant gay guy still seems like, "Oh, no,
I'm
you're the
so tougher. And so,
you're
like,
the
no, you act like all the
no,
other faggots.
you're the mainstream. You're the standard, okay? So that's what you become.
Yeah.
So that's what happens with that's the danger of being in a minority or a smaller group is that you get so in your own little thing that you become the stereotype. So
Right. Speaking of stereotypes, man.
oh
So this is something that actually this kind of bothered me today, dude. Because I went somewhere to speak this morning,
hmm
and it was at a blindo organization, and there was a guy there, young. He was like in his early. I think he was just turning 21 or something like that, but he couldn't write his own signature. And I'm like, what? You can't sign anything? I was like, dude, you can't, you know? And he's like, I said, well, how long you been blind? You know, I thought maybe, you know, it's a new thing. He was like, oh, I've been blind all my life, man. And he had that blind culture attitude, you know,
yeah,
like
the one that just burns you like you're like oh god damn it like your
Oh,
teeth start clenching and your hands start clenching. You want to grab him
yep.
by the throat and knee him right in the fucking face.
Yeah, dude. And he kept talking. What's your name, sir? Oh, my name is, you know. And I'm just like, yeah, bro. And he
Yeah,
was trying to be. He was like, what kind of music do you like, man? I'm like, oh, nigga, don't try to be friendly with me, bro.
the oh oh uh uh
Yep,
uh.
yep. Well, that goes to show you that blind culture shit is learned, man. That's totally learned. Like it's because their sighted families are coddling them, and that's how they become. That's how they act, dude. They think that's how they need to act.
Yeah, because that's what they can do. That's how they get what they want is by acting confused.
Right, by being confused or just being, or they're just kind of taught to be that way. Like, oh, don't worry about what's going on around you. You don't have to learn how to sign your name. Well, actually, I kind of started saying, well, dude, you know, you're gonna have to learn how to sign your name. And he goes, his answer to me was, you could tell he was getting a little pissed off at me, and he was like, well, you know, it's not like he goes, I don't read print, so I shouldn't have to sign my name. And I'm like, actually, dude, if you're gonna get an apartment on your own, which probably won't happen. But, you know, if you're going to get an apartment on your own, a job, anything pretty much, a bank account, you're going to have to sign something.
Watch out, dude. You're going to get a call in a couple days, dude. And you'll be like, hello, it's going to be, can I speak to Maxwell? It's like, yes.
Actually, you know what? Good. I didn't give him my card, which is good, you know. But
I just wanted to. If he finds your number at some point, man, he's like,
or he may ask somebody.
You know, like, and then guess what you got again? You got a fucking mentor. You got a little mentorship going on once again.
Oh
man.
No.
Oh, watch out, dude. Just watch yourself, because you know how that works. You're like, oh well, because he's like, wow, maybe I should get a signature, Maxwell. Oh wow, I need to start talking to Maxwell more. He can teach me how to be
well,
for myself.
The good thing is he's had my work number, so that's an easy out for me. Like, hey, man, I'm at work, dude. I can't be talking to you.
You know, come on, man. Could you just give me a little guidance? Just show me the way.
Yeah, help me out a little bit.
Then a week later, it's like, hello. You're like, hello? Hi. This is Clarice. I'm Blurtle's mom, and I just want to listen. He's been talking about you all the time, and I just want to. Can you just help my son?
Can you just mentor him a little bit? Maybe he could spend the week at your house or some shit.
Maybe he can come
over. Can he show you?
Can come over and hang out. You know, listen to music. Maybe you could just help him out, like maybe guide him around his house so he can find the kitchen.
Well, here's the other thing, dude. He's a Mexi. So
maybe you can guide them around the house.
Well, here's the thing with Mexican culture, and I actually found this out from another blind organization because I was asking this person or asking some people, you know, what about the Latino, you know, population here? And what they said is most of them live on with family. They don't live on their own. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because Mexican culture, they do coddle their fucking disabled. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you broken. You need, you know, you need help. You need Jesus, you know, that kind of shit.
It's very communal in regardless. A lot of the family just lives together regardless. Like, you know what I'm saying? They still live together, from what I understand. So,
yeah. But they cuddle the piss out of the blind people, dude. Trust me.
Oh, I've seen them. Believe me, at camp. Oh, you guy, come on! I don't want to go.
No, actually, we're probably thinking about the same guy.
Probably, maybe.
I think we're thinking of the same dude, man.
We might be.
There's one particular person that sticks out when you just did that just now.
Oh, stop it!
I don't want to go. My feet hurt. Fuck, man.
Up.
So yeah, dude, that actually kind of fucked with me. Even after we came back to the office, I was like, damn, that fucker can't write his own name. I mean, okay, I can't print my own name, but I can sign. I always tell people it's legal but not legible, And but fuck, dude, I like, can you imagine not knowing how to? And that's what the cool thing is, really, man. I mean, we gotta recognize our parents, man, for allowing us to, to just be fucking independent.
Yeah, just to allowing us to go out and do our own shit and not, fail and get hurt and do everything, a bunch of stuff,
Yeah. So it's good, man. I feel very fortunate.
Yeah, we are very fortunate, and just the fact that we had that chance to at that young age to be around kids our age and that kindergarten through 6th grade was very important for us to be in school with other kids that were not visually impaired, because those
other
are
mainstream kids.
Those are the years that matter in that way. So
yep, very very.
We were definitely lucky in that way. So.
Oh yeah.
I got another observation. I have a couple of observations because when you're waking up, man, and
when you're woke.
I'm woke when your eyes are open and so I'm chilling out on the Alk, okay, right? So I went to a karaoke the other night. All right, now I just realized something that totally turns me off, like about a chick, that like if you get that oh
you mean like you start to see some good, but then you're like, oh, nope, never mind,
or at least maybe not totally, but at least the good yeah, but the good was there, but. And it still kind of is, but that cloud, it's like a bad fart cloud, like, and it's not like, it's nothing that they're doing that's like bad, like they're immoral or anything. It's just like, okay, so this girl was telling a friend of mine, she's like new to my group that I do for improv.
Yeah,
After we went out to karaoke, and this girl was gonna sing a song, and she was telling this other girl, oh, I'm gonna kill it, I'm gonna go up there and sing, kill it. So she went up there and started singing, and
she sucked.
It was not good, dude, and it was not good. It was like Barracuda.
Well, maybe she did kill it. She killed everything in a 6-block radius with her voice.
It was Barracuda, but here's the turnoff is like, how do you not know
that you suck?
You suck at that. Now, how could I ever fucking take you seriously?
Right, the fact that you think you're good when you aren't.
Okay, because most girls that can't sing, or guys, anybody that can't sing, and I understand if you're just playing, but you don't go telling yourself, yeah, I'm great, and I sound awesome, and then you go up there and just fucking sound like just a screeching fucking banshee.
Well, and that's that delusional factor too. It's almost like somebody saying, oh, I'm a frog. You have to call me, or whatever.
Dude, it was Barracuda, and she goes,
oh God! Oh, she was doing Hearts Barracuda.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh wow!
So you got to be able to sing that song.
Oh yeah.
And she couldn't. Like the first minutes, like the person I was with goes, let's see how she sounds, and turns around and goes, no, and then just walked away.
So even they were like kind of
oh no. Well, that's the thing. She was talking herself up, like telling, oh, I'm gonna go up there and kill it, and it's like.
She killed it, all right.
I mean, unless she was just joking, but she just has this. It's like, dude, you have no perspective of your ability in that, and that's an intelligence thing. It's like,
yeah.
Sorry, man. Most people will be kind of mellow and say, oh, I'll go up. They'll go up there and sing, and they'll go, well, I don't know how well I'm going to do, but I'll go up there and try. And they might mess. I don't care if you mess up at the song. You can sing Barracuda, you can sing whatever fucking song you want. It's karaoke,
right? Which
is why I will never go there ever again if I'm not tanked out of my fucking skull, because I cannot.
Oh God, with all the bad singing and
shit. Dude, karaoke and sober karaoke ain't a thing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it is for some people, but it ain't for me, man. I'm sitting there going, all right. And I sang a song. I sang better than Ezra, good.
Oh, okay.
That old song. So I sang a song, and I did okay. But
so you went sober though. You hung out sober at karaoke?
Yeah. I've been.
Oh.
Yeah. It was because I'm chilling for a while. So it was actually. It was an experience. Like I said, I looked around. I was like, okay. this is not, because you have to be, like I said, to get on stage and start singing the songs together. You got to be, and I did. I was goofy and stuff. I had fun, but it's just not.
It's not the same.
No, and it's loud and shit, and some of them are just terrible. There were, some just absolute train wrecks, man. We were just going, oh.
Well, see, in certain situations, I think you have to be drinking if you're going to be hanging out at. But if it's just something where you're chilling at home, then what's the point of getting fucking smashed? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or whatever. The whole point is that, but there I was just like, no, 'cause I had to work today, so a buddy of mine is leaving. He's going back to school, so he comes out in the summer. So we went out and hung out, and but yeah, no likey date karaoke sober. So you can
Yeah.
You can sit, and then there was, it was like the neon play. It was just yeah.
Actually, I got a turn-off-ish thing. Speaking of turn-offs of women.
That?
Okay, so you remember a couple months ago, the same chick that was at my friend Leopard's house who was like, oh yeah, I'll take a lift with you, and then winds up getting out of the car.
Yeah.
Having the Lyft driver drop her at a bar.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, so I see her and Leopard at the bar last Saturday night, and Leopard comes over and she's like, hey, why don't you come over and sit with us? And I'm like, actually, I'm eating right now, but she was like, it's me and my friend, Missy is her name. Fuck it, I'm just going to say her name because, not like, no big deal. So she's like, yeah, Missy and I are down here. You should come down with us. And I'm like, well, let me finish eating, and then I'll come down there and hang out with you guys. And she was like, all right. So I finished eating, and then I grabbed my beer and walked over to their side of the bar, whatever. And we're talking, and I guess Leopard was eventually going to go home. She was like, yeah, I'm going to go home. I'm pretty fucked up already. Now, this was pretty early, too. It was like 6:40. So, So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So anyway, Leopard leaves. I think she took Lyft home or something like that. Well, I'm stuck there with Missy. So Missy starts talking to me, and she's like, hey, you want to come over to my house for a little bit? Maybe we'll get some beer. And I'm thinking, I'm not going anywhere with this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to have some dignity at some point, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no.
Not saying you didn't have any before, but if you go, okay.
Yeah, then I might as well just cut my own balls off and wear them around my neck. You know what I'm saying?
So you're so what happened?
So then we're talking, and I said, yeah, I'm going to hang out here for a little bit. And, it's there's a guy named Robert that comes in there, and he was doing like a birthday thing for his mom. And his mom's cool. She's like in her 80s, whatever. And, I like them. They're a cool family. So I said, well, I want to see Robert and his mom and kind of talk to some people real quick. So maybe I'll come over later. She's like, okay, I'll text you my address. Now, I pretty much had it solidified in my mind that I wasn't going to go over.
Uh-oh.
But then she says something, and I'm like, oh, now it's not just solidified, it's petrified. Like, you'll break your fist if you punch it. Because she says to me, yeah, I haven't showered in a few days. I've been too busy, like, taking care of stuff. And I'm like, wait, in my mind, I'm going, you just asked me to come to your house and hang out with you, and then you turn around next couple sentences and tell me that you haven't showered in a few days.
Yeah, and what did you like? I guess you could have just. That's not a good turn on. Maybe that's the whole point. Like, she wanted you to come over just to. Who knows? She could have showered. She could have showered when she got it there at her house.
I wasn't even gonna. I wasn't even gonna entertain it. So I just said.
Then again, what you do is you go to your house and say, "Hey, I'm gonna take a quick shower. I'll be back in a minute." And then you're like, "Okay."
Yeah, well, that would be okay.
Or how about before you come over outside, you take a shower that day?
Yeah, well, how about before you came out to a bar, you take a shower? Just something you do. But like I said, I had it planned in my mind I wasn't going to go. And then she was like, well, I'll text you my address and you can come over later. And I was like, yeah, okay, you do that.
Yeah,
fully planning not to come over. Well, then later, I'm in the bathroom and Leopard calls me, and she's over there hanging out with her again. And she's like, hey, are you still coming over? And I'm like, okay, she must have said something to her.
Shit. So.
And I was like, well, actually, I'm kind of hanging out right now, and me and Dave are having a pretty cool conversation. And so I said, she's like, well, I'll text you her address, and you can come over when you're ready. And I'm like, okay, fine. So she texted me the address. Well, then I text Leopard back. I said, I just want you to know that Missy told me while she was here that basically she hasn't showered in a few days, and I'm not interested in lobster bisque with extra cheese. So,
you said that? Oh my God, dude! Of course, this is after like you're lubricated, of course.
Oh yeah, I was lubed, man. I was lubed. I was good.
Oh yeah, that's great. What did she say back?
And then she texts back. She goes, "I'm not gonna tell her that," and I was like, "That's fine. Thanks for not saying anything." Well, now fast forward to tonight.
Oh, because she did say something, didn't she?
Yep, because tonight she texts me and she says, "Hey, are you busy?" And this was like about 6:40. So I said, "Well,
dude,
actually, me and my buddy are about to start doing our podcast here in a few minutes. What's up?" So she texts back. She's like, "Oh, nothing." She's like, "My husband's working late, and the girls are over here, and they're all drinking, and I just figured you might want to come over." So then I texted back and I said, "We're gonna do our podcast, but whatever." And then she texts back. She goes, "Missy told me to tell you she actually showered today. I told her, LMAO." And I'm like, "Ah, shit." So I just texted
that. That's a little, unfortunately, you just slipped down the ladder a little bit there, girl.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
you told her to lip. What did you say?
Well, I just texted back and I said, "Oh, believe me, I'm not even interested." And I was like, that was just kind of a drunken thing that night. That's all.
Yeah, but she shouldn't have told her. You told her not to tell her.
Well, yeah, I said thanks for not saying anything, just because I don't want any bullshit,
Yeah.
So then she was like,
which she didn't. She didn't follow that. She told her.
Nope, she told her. She was like, "I told her," and I'm like, "Oh, great."
So now you know who another person you can't tell shit. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Good job, Leopard.
Yeah, it's a female, so females you can't really tell them shit. So then she texted back and said, "Well, I don't think you guys should hook up anyway. I just think you guys should just be friends so we can all hang out." And I'm like, "That's fine." I said, "That's kind of what I want to do too, So that was it.
Yeah, which means, damn, you just dissed that bitch.
Well, I'm not interested in her.
I know, that's good. I mean, that's what that statement meant, which means, just trying to smooth it over to make the chick feel better, because that's all that matters.
Right. Well, we think we guys should just be friends. Well, hey, look, if I see her, I'll be cool to her. I'm not going to be mean. No reason to.
Exactly. That's funny.
I don't care enough to be mad at her. You know what I'm saying?
Empowerment, man.
Empowerment.
Feels good to be like, no, I'm not going to fall for your bullshit.
Yep, exactly. Which, speaking of man, I talked to you about this when I was in Eugene, but somebody had me go watch this YouTuber guy who calls himself Man Nazi.
Uh-huh. And
oh my God, dude, he was just like, this was a little too much, dude. It was like over militant, woman hating shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that definitely is out there, just like anything else. Man, you got people that get bitter and they go out, and they overdo and they overstate and make paint. They become what they say everyone else is. Well,
yep. There we go. Going back to your old premise.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of wraps around to the beginning of the show, which is pretty awesome.
It does, man.
Yeah.
It does.
So those are my observations. That's all I have today. Life is good, man. Things are going well. Everything is all right, man.
Nice, man. Shit. Me too, man. This is pretty much, we just kind of wanted to do this just because
that's what we do. Every couple of weeks, we do nothing sacred. That's what we do.
Just pop in here and say hello, just so you all know that we're still alive and we're still planning on doing some shit.
Damn right. We got other things going on too, musically and creatively and everything else, so keep an eye on that.
Oh, yeah.
But until then, as we always say, I am Crew. Oh, wait. This is the Nothing Sacred Show for the 24th of September, 2019. I am Cruise Control.
And I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And that's the story there. You got a pretty mouth.
We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. With Maxwell Silverhammer. We are nothing sacred.